Just one place to start then, and that is with that explosive statement from Nottingham Forest last night after they felt they were denied 3 clear penalties against Everton. Anthony Taylor here was the referee in this one. Dermot, let's start this morning in this hour-long special by going through the incidents that brought on the statement that we saw yesterday afternoon. Ashley Young managed to not give away a penalty on 3 separate occasions. Firstly, let's go to this one. Giovanni Reyna going down in the box, nothing given on the field by Anthony Taylor or by VAR. So, was this a penalty?
I think no. I think referee's got perfect view. There's contact, but not, as we say, not all contact is a foul. I think it's minimal contact. Referee's got the best view. What you would say is, once the referee's looked at it and said no, the VAR is never, ever going to intervene.
But he kicks through him.
He makes contact with him, no doubt about that, Rob. But we've got to be very careful that we don't sanitise the game, that every single bit of physical contact becomes a foul.
But he kicks through him and that brings him down in the box.
Rob, you've asked me twice already. I said I don't think it's a penalty. I can't tell you no more. I think there's contact, there's no doubt about that, but I don't think it's enough to give a penalty.
Sue Smith.
Dermot, you know, if the ref had given it, do you think it wouldn't have been overturned? Is it one of those, you know, where you go, I know you don't really like these questions here, but is it one that, because I looked at it and thought, oh, that could be a penalty, because we have seen penalties like that where a player's gone through the back of a striker, you know, that he does well because he gets his foot across, doesn't he? Ashley Young then kicks the back of him. So you've seen decisions like that. So I thought if the ref had given this, it would have stayed a penalty. I don't think the VAR would have then said, you need to go and overturn it.
I think in the last 3 or 4 weeks, we've seen a slight shift in so much as physical contact, in so much there's been a little bit of a higher threshold, which I think is better, because I think early in the season, the tolerance level was too low. There was penalties given that people like, is that enough? I think as people get used to it and the referees, you know, throughout the season gone, yes, people are happy with this, people are not happy with this, I think we're in a better place, and I think that sits in line with what we've seen in the last month, certainly.
Right. Stephen?
I think it's a penalty. I think, listen, I played with Ashley Young. I know what he's like as a character, and I know it's one of those things where you get caught on the wrong side of a player. The big thing for me is, and we talk about this so often, is player reaction. As soon as he kicks him, if you keep your eye on him, 2 hands go above his head as if to say, oh, I know I've done something wrong. Straight away, that reaction tells you everything. Watch the hands now. Oh, I haven't kicked him. You have. You know you have, and that's what your problem is that you know that's happened. He's kicked through him. I think it's a penalty. I think Ash knows he's got away with one there.
So, Pen?
Yeah, I think it's a pen as well, yeah.
OK. 2-1. Was Young perhaps more fortunate not to give away a penalty at the end of the first half? The ball from Callum Hudson-Odoi certainly striking his arm, and it looks like there's movement towards the ball by that arm, Dermot.
Yeah, this is the most difficult call, I think. You know, is his arms there because he's running? Is he too close? All kinds of things. I think he'd be very, very harshly treated if a penalty was given like that. But that said, we've seen, certainly in the SPL, everything like that is given. In the Premier League, the referee thinks, no, he thinks he's too close. He thinks he's running in a natural position. But I think it's a decision that could have gone either way.
OK. Gary Neville saying this is the movement of a fullback here with that arm.
Yeah.
What do you make of that comment? Do you understand where he's coming from, and explain it?
I don't think it's the movement of a fullback. I just think it's a natural movement of a footballer, a natural movement of anyone who runs. This natural arm position is something that the lawmakers have got themselves into an issue with, and a little bit of a deep hole with, because what is a natural position? Now, my running style could be completely different to all 4 of us, our different running styles. The way Ashley Young has to get across there, he cannot run with his arms behind his back to close down. It's just, that's not natural. This defending of the hands behind the back and trying to lift the legs up, that's not normal. It's so uncomfortable. You've got to run. Ashley Young covers 10 yards to get across to that position. Naturally, your arms are going to be not out of control, but they're going to be in a motion where they're moving side to side. that's normal. And I don't understand how people think. Listen, it's subjective, but I don't think that's a yellow card. But I think we're getting in this position where we're saying, well, as soon as the arm's this far outside your body, then that's a problem.
Okay,
well,
but it was that far outside the body, wasn't it?
I just think
it wasn't running like this.
No,
it was running
okay, but
like
if you
that.
Okay, so throw your leg up.
Yeah.
Do you throw your leg up like that, or do you throw your leg up?
A very bad injury, and we've got an hour long.
But now the arm becomes, well, it's still in proximity of the leg, isn't it? So Ash puts his leg up, the arm naturally comes up. That's in proximity. That's not out the shadow of the body. If you throw your leg up and
But it's
suddenly
the fact that the right arm looks to go towards it.
But that's momentum.
Yeah, it's balance, isn't it?
That's momentum, yeah,
So as you're
it
going
has
to
to
block
be.
a cross, your arm would naturally come out as you're trying to block the cross. I'm not putting it high, but as you're doing that, and that is a natural reaction. But again, you have seen some like that given where we've said that's really harsh because that's a natural movement of a footballer. So I think that's where Nottingham Forest are going, well, actually, we've seen some of them given, so that's where we're aggrieved. But that is the issue because for us, we think it is a natural position that your arm would be in. It's such close proximity. There's no way he's going to be able to move his arm away and he's not going to defend like that as he's trying to block a cross because he'd fall over.
These are the most difficult ones when a player's on the run.
Yeah.
That's the most difficult one because of the body position and natural body position.
But I saw, for example, Malo Gusto defending against, first of all, Jack Grealish and then against Doku with his arms behind his back because he knows that if his arms are like this, it could well be given as
And I'll tell you now, Rob, from a winger's point of view, for someone who's doing that, made up, because you're not balanced.
No.
Yeah.
You've got no balance at all, so this is an issue.
But he's doing that because he's seen penalties given
Yeah.
when arms are like that, and he's thinking, I can't afford to give that away. So you're Malo Gusto's at a disadvantage.
100%, and that's the issue where we're at with this rule of the unnatural body position.
So Dermot wonderfully sat on the fence, said it could have been, couldn't have been.
No, I said I didn't think it was. I said I think. Let's be fair. I started off by saying he's running with his arms out. It strikes him from a close proximity.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't think it was a penalty. But I said what has happened is because people have seen them given like that.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Always.
But I said I think it's very harsh.
Feisty
No,
this morning, and I like that.
You're getting worried
like
because you think they backed me this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're with them at this time.
Yeah.
Okay, lovely to see you for your final race.
Could be yours.
And another penalty appeal for Forest in the second half of the culprit. You guessed it, Ashley Young. Here we go. Right, Dermot, this one.
I think this is a penalty. I think it's a penalty for a couple of reasons, and I think it can be eliminated. Firstly, I think the defender's got the wrong side of the forward. Secondly, if you look at the referee, he actually signals that the defender plays the ball. Well, he doesn't play the ball, that's a certainty. So I wonder, on that basis, if he signalled to everybody he's played the ball, whether the VAR could say, well, he hasn't played the ball, you might want to have a look at this. If he goes to the screen, he could hold his ground. He could say, well, there's not enough in it, I get that. But I think we'd be happy if he went to the screen and judged that, even if he says no, than looking at that and saying he's got the ball.
OK, so in your mind, you can understand, perhaps because of Anthony Taylor's position, why he thought he did what he did, but VAR have that view, so it begs the question, why didn't they? Is there a fear, perhaps, that VAR has been accused of over-refereeing or re-refereeing incidents, and therefore they're stepping back, but they've stepped back too far?
I think the VAR probably judged it wasn't a penalty, it wasn't a clear and obvious error. But as I said, the clue for me was the referee clearly signals he's got the ball. No, he doesn't get the ball. The images show he doesn't get the ball. So in my mind,
They can see that, VAR.
in my mind, if the referee's told me he's got the ball and I can see he doesn't get the ball, I would say to the referee, well, look, you might want to have a look at this because he doesn't get the ball like you think. Go and have a look at it. And as I say, that's his choice. He goes and have a look at it. He might still say, well, I'm not giving a penalty. And I think that would sit better than people going, well, the referee said he's got the ball and it shows he hasn't.
Very quick, penalty, yes or no?
It's a penalty, yeah, definitely.
100% a penalty, yeah.
OK.